was a great introduction. Give it up for your host one more time. Max. Oh, it is good. Yeah, that's right. I did travel from Sonoma County. Anybody ever get out to wine country? Anybody ever make it out? Yeah. If you haven't, highly recommend you do. It's a great place to just go and escape diversity for a little while. Everything just slows down to the speed of white privilege. It's like a home game for me every day. This is cool. Yeah, driving along. I see everybody's been finishing up their 2-drink min. That's good. This will be like the PSA portion of the evening as I was traveling through the old 101. You know, you see those digital road signs that tell you all the things you need to know. You know, like click it or ticket, slow for the cone zone, don't shake your baby. Like all the things you need to know when you're driving. One I saw tonight, it's an old classic sing-along if you know the words, but it says, buzzed driving is drunk driving. Yeah, some of you saying it like the court ordered you to. I like that. But so what they're saying is buzzed and drunk, that's an equivalency, right? So the CHP see them as the same. So keep that in mind. If you're feeling a little tipsy on your way to your car, please come back into the club and have like 6 more drinks, because you're going to get in trouble the same. Right? And be in jail because you got a little too much white wine and now you're shard to handle. No, get weird, get out there. Make it count. There's a new sign out, I don't know if you guys have seen it. It says, be alert, pedestrians don't wear armor. Yeah, a little wordy. Just gotta slow down to 80 miles an hour to read the whole thing, and it'll bum me out. Like, when did Caltrans hire people with creative writing degrees to make their sign? Which is actually good news for me, because I have a creative writing degree, and I can't wait for the day that I publish my very first digital road sign. It's going to say, don't blow it, roadhead doesn't count as hands-free. And I have to tell you, safety first. It's cool. I see some wine being consumed. I see some beers. I'm very jealous about the beer drinking over here. Like Paco, I'm on what they call the keto diet, right? So I'm not drinking beer. For those of you who don't know what the keto diet is, specifically, what you do on the keto diet is you would replace all the carbohydrates you would normally eat with telling everybody that you're on the keto diet. It's apparently bothering people burns a lot of calories, and I am crushing it. So this is good. But now I get it. Now I understand like how important like food and drink are when we get together socially, right? Now I understand like substitutions, like why people have like mocktails and near beers, because when we get together, we just got to have something in our mouth. It sounds super weird when I say it like that, but it doesn't make it not true. But like I get it. I understand why like when we get together, we want to have the same social experience, right? So like I mean, as a comic, we do a lot of shows at breweries, and we get paid in drink tickets because this is the life we chose. And at the end of the show, you know, they'll hand you your drink tickets, and then we all, you know, run to the bar like, you know, kids at, you know, at Chuck E. Cheese, like cashing in, and we're all excited. And at the end, it's a little different if I'm not having the same social experience. Like they'll all be around somebody like, oh my gosh, I have got this New England style hazy IPA. Oh, fruit forward with the bitter finish. How do they do it? What do you have over here? Oh, I've got a barrel-aged stout. Oh my goodness, it's a little smoky. It's got some cocoa, some vanilla, a little coffee in it. How does something so cold also make me feel so warm inside? Steve, what do you have? Oh, I have a grapefruit LaCroix. And it is both refreshing and disgusting. I don't know how they do it. What kind of alchemy is that? But I get you want to have the same experience, right? You want to have the same possible social interaction. And that's one of my new favorite substitutions right now is for the vegetarian vegan crowds, the Impossible Burger, very popular. What's cool about it is it's a plant-based patty that when you put it on a grill next to a beef patty, it sizzles like beef. So it even kind of smells like beef. So you can be at a cookout and be better than everybody there, and they don't even know it. I mean, you'll tell them, but like they don't know it right that day, right? And so what's really cool about it, it has this plant-based residue that starts to bubble up to the surface as it gets hot, and it gives off this like red seepage to give the illusion of bleeding like a real beef patty. I'm not exactly sure who this is for, but apparently there's vegetarians out there. Meat is murder, but oh, I miss the blood. You want to have the same experience. I get it. Like, hey, I'm going to hang out with the comics after the show. They're all going to do cocaine. I don't do cocaine, but I'll do a key bump of Sweet and Low with them in the bathroom just to fit in. You know? We're hanging out. We're having a good time. Any married folks here? Do we do that anymore? I've been married for 23 years myself. That's true. Thank you for being excited. 23 years of marriage. In addition to that, I have a 23-year-old son, so if you like to do math. Try to find a number out of that subtraction. So, 23-year-old son, 19-year-old daughter, 18-year-old vasectomy. But I love all three of the same. Joking, of course. Vasectomy is my favorite. But, in fairness, of the three, it was the only one that was planned. Hey, we're having fun. It's funny, like I said, my son, 23 years old, just announced the other day that he is dating a 39-year-old woman. Wow. Yeah, that little level of excitement, not the same reaction that my wife had. She had a very different reaction. My wife, I know Freudian slip, my wife had a very, I know. Now it seems super weird. But I'm glad that I got to share this with you strangers. It's super important. I was going to record my set tonight, but now I feel like Maury would be able to use it against me. Anywho, my wife is not. I know. Now I'm just begging for attention. My wife was not super excited about my son's revelation. She said, "Oh my gosh, what did we do wrong as parents? What did we do wrong as parents?" I don't think we did anything wrong as parents. In fact, I think you did something really right because you are his type. Hey, look, we're having fun. Now you see the Freudian apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. We're having a really good one there. Yeah, things get off the rails really early. That's okay. Let's make it uncomfortable. I make fun of Sonoma County because I said not a lot of diversity. But I will say I used to work in this place called Healdsburg. I used to work in a winery, and that was the one time that I was ever called the N-word. Yeah, I was at a winery. It wasn't like I was at Papa John's, but before you get tense, like I was working behind the bar and I was dealing with an African American gentleman. He was a musician and I'm a comic, and we're just kind of sharing stories about being on the road. And at the end, he says, "Hey man, it's been great talking to you, my N-word." I want to tell you, San Francisco, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. I was so touched that he would share something from his culture with me that I felt like I should reciprocate. No, don't tense up on me. I didn't go full Kramer. No, I wanted to share something from my culture, right? So I was trying to racking my brain, what's the whitest thing I could possibly say? So I said namaste. Guys, you've been fun. Thank you so much for letting me share.